Okay, so you've got the first card is the music. So whatever you're doing is very novel. It's also, you being able to channel really something higher into whatever you're doing. So whatever you're working on is really thinking outside the box and really bringing in, a higher spiritual element into whatever it is. You're making music really. So it's something really beautiful or something very artistic that you're doing. You got the Falls card over here, and this is showing in abundance coming in. So this is emotional abundance coming in, and getting on top of all of that, and it's bringing in a lot of joy and a lot of happiness. Whatever it is you're doing that is very creative. Now you're very very ambitious. This is ambitious, and this is you're trying to achieve a goal. But whatever goal you're doing it from a very very different kind of doing it in a very, very different kind of way. It's a very artistic kind of way, and it's giving you a lot of satisfaction by being able to put in this element into this work that you're doing. So you got the sculpturing card in the past over here. So you've been working very, very hard in this project, putting a lot of effort into it. You see this man's got a hammer and chisel. So maybe just brute force has been what you've been doing, but you're putting a lot of energy into it and carving out something new, something novel. You've got the riding card over here, and this is now, getting the freedom to do whatever you want, moving on, and maybe working by yourself as well. But you are, feeling you're not letting things tie you down anymore. You're not letting yourself being encumbered by the old. You're moving on. So going to the future, you've got foreigners over here, and you've got constructing. So it looks like, you're going to be corresponding, or you're going to be working or collaborating with a lot of people from foreign countries, or maybe even doing a lot of foreign travel. But you're definitely getting a lot of new ideas, and you're making a lot of new friends, and maybe you're starting projects together with them. You're learning from them, they're learning from you, and there's a lot of collaboration and a lot of contact being made, and you're building something here. So whatever you're working at, you're being very very organized, thinking outside the box, being very strategic, but there's also that element of artistry in whatever you're doing. So something that you're doing is it's making you feel very happy. Taurus likes the arts, and and they like their creativity, so this is bringing it in because Venus rules Taurus. So you are using a lot of your creativity, your unusual ideas, you're implementing it in order to get things done, and you will be meeting a lot of people and learning a lot from a lot of people as well. So you've got that music card also about using artistry, building cathedrals. So whatever you are building is going to get a lot of recognition in the future, and it's going to be something really beautiful as well. So those are the energies for that week. So this is the Day Tarot, and I put the deck in the description box to have a look. I've also shuffled this deck. So let's see what it's got to say. Okay, so you have the Youth of Cups over here. So there's some kind of communication, some kind of offer coming in. You've got a lot of birds over there, and there looks like there's some kind of offer coming in for you here with the Youth of Cups. This could be a relationship offer that comes in, and somebody sending you an invitation or some kind of message that you receive. You could also be dealing with a water sign person, because you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces person as well. But there's certainly some kind of offer coming in, or some kind of news coming in. There could even be an offer for study as well. But you're waiting for that news, or that news is about to be coming in. And something that's going to make you really, really happy. It could be, like I said, a social invitation of sorts. So, be sure to take it. what's going on with you. You've got the Four of Wands, so you are working with a group of people. There's some kind of teamwork effort that you're making. You're building something that's going to be seen by a lot of people or recognized by a lot of people. It is something that is it's got that artistic feel to it, because you can see this man is painting here, but it's also got that element of, structure as well involved in it. So, thinking, strategizing, planning as well, that it goes in. And this is working very well together with that team to make it very successful. It's going to be successful. Also, it's have very, very strong foundations. So something long term. Now you've got the Emperor over here. So this could be you being in charge of that particular project and controlling how things get done. And, sorting the ins and outs of things, being logical, organized, working, somebody who controls the time, the money, the person that controls the resources. This could be you. You could also well be dealing with a you could be dealing with an Aries or a Scorpio person, because this is the card that is ruled by Mars. So maybe there is somebody that you're working for, and you're working under. Maybe they're controlling the shots here, and you're working for them, and they're directing everything. So this could be somebody that you're working with. Now, if you're working with this person, they might be somebody who is very, very bit of a bully, takes too much of control, or takes charge of the situation and doesn't listen to opinions. But I think this is you taking control of the situation and orchestrating everything so that it works like clockwork. So I think it's you coming up with the strategies here in order for you to make a success of what's going on. Maybe you get a message or some kind of information or some kind of offer coming in for you to take on that role of being the Emperor. You could also be dealing with a father figure. Maybe dealing with somebody else. But if this has got to do with work, then it is definitely you working for somebody or working under somebody, but getting, working in a team and building something that's going to get really a lot of recognition and success coming in. So in the past, you've got the Four of Coins over here, and it looks like putting the spotlight and focus on your work. And as you can see, there's also colors here. So there's also that artistic element over here, and accumulating finances, building a financial empire, and putting down stability. The fours are always about stability and laying foundations. And it looks like whatever work you've been doing, you've been very, very focused on it, putting all your energy and effort into it, but also you're starting to accumulate and build it up right now. Now, there's some kind of legal issue that you were dealing with. Maybe there was a judgment that was passed, or maybe you are waiting for legal news to come in, or maybe you've even signed new contracts. We've got the judge over here, so there was some kind of legal decision that was made. Now, you've got the Eight of Cups on your mind, so you want to move away from the old. You want to say goodbye to the old, and you want maybe your freedom, and you want to move on, leave behind the past, and really move on. So you might be thinking of doing some travel, or you might be actually just leaving an old situation that was not serving you anymore and just walking away from it. Not really quite sure where you're going, but definitely taking this airplane's facing forward. So you do have plans on actually going away or getting away from whatever's been giving you problems. So you are moving away. You are ending maybe old cycles or old established relationships. You can see here again with that Five of Swords, walking away. So walking away from deceptive people. You might have been dealing with a very nasty person, and there might have been some legal issues, but it seems like, you have turned your back on it and you are moving away. And you have cut off communication with this particular person as well. Now you are reinvesting your energy with this Sage of Coins back into your work. And whatever you're doing, you've planted the seeds, you are now hard at work at it, and you're making it work. You are nurturing it. Whatever this project is, whatever you're working on, you're working very, very hard at it. This is a coins card, so this is talking about work, actual work itself, and you are now being the gardener, and this is your card, Taurus, because you are the gardener of the zodiac. So that is where you are taken on that role of that true Taurian, where you are tending your plants or tending whatever that particular project is, nurturing it and you are making it grow. You're putting a lot of effort and energy into it. And you're working very, very late hours as well. There's some kind of deadline that you have to meet. So you work on deadlines as well. And it looks like whatever you're doing is very, very intricate work. It's very, very specific into what you're doing. You're very, very good at what you do as well. Working late hours as well, putting a lot of focus, a lot of concentration in order to get the job done. And there looks like there's some kind of deadline that you meet. There are pressures as well. There looks like there's time pressures as well. So what you want is to end an old financial situation. You might be financially dependent on somebody and you want to end that particular cycle. This is also that maybe you're waiting for some kind of inheritance, some kind of, payoff to come back, because the Ten of Coins is always about inheritance. It's also about leaving old work cycles or ending kind of financial ties to somebody and moving forward. Maybe that's what you want to do. So going into the future, you've got the Five of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Ten of Swords. So it's a very challenging situation that you are in. You're dealing with difficult people, and nobody's listening to your opinions as well, and people are up in arms against you as well. So you are dealing with a lot of difficult energies around you, and fast moving as well. So maybe they say things that are upsetting, and they say it quickly and move on. So you are dealing with difficult people at this particular moment. You've got the Hangman over here. You are waiting for something to come in with the Hangman. You're waiting for news to come in, but also you're going to be taking the plunge. You're going to go and take a risk on doing something brand new and seeing how it pays off, because you've seen things from a different point of view. You've gone through a lot of suffering with the Hangman. It's a card of sacrifice and having gone through a lot, and now making a decision based on that experience. So you are going to be taking a risk and doing something brand new and leaving behind an old cycle. So whatever happened in the past, it doesn't seem like you can actually remedy it. You're cutting ties, cutting that energy to that particular thing. You're not feeding it anymore with any energy. Maybe it's been drawing too much from you. You've realized that you can't remedy the situation, so you're pulling the plug on it. Maybe you might be cutting off communication with somebody, or just cutting them out of your life completely, and you're walking away from it. They're not going to be able to get you to come back and give them any more energy, and it looks like you're going to be focused on yourself, on your work, and you're going to be taking the risks for yourself. And you're taking control. You've got that Emperor card over here, taking control of that situation. So I'm just going to draw some cards from the Angel Tarot, and this is the Oracle read. So there's another Five of Air over here, which is this is an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation and review everybody's motives. So whatever happened, it looks like you're going to have to walk away from it. It looks like, whatever anybody says, there might be some kind of legal situation that you're dealing with that has not gone in your favor. You're going to have to leave it and walk away from it. You've got the Seven of Air over here, plans to need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. Now the Seven of Air is the Seven of Swords, and this is, there's deception going on behind your back, and you're not really aware of it. So there's a lot of backstabbing, nastiness, deception, theft, lies, deceit. Maybe somebody's doing you down and you don't really know about it. So just be aware that could be going on. And you've got the Nine of Air over here, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. So you're pretty anxious at this particular moment. So you are dealing with really nasty energies over here. It's time for you to actually, with that Nine of Air as well, being very, very anxious. So you're going to have to just cut it out and move on. You're going to have to just leave it and move on. You're going into a brand new year as far as your zodiac year goes. This is your new year. And as soon as your birthday goes, a new cycle begins. So, you need to cut out all this anxiety and all this worry and all the issues that you've been dealing with, all the nasty backstabbing issues, all those legal issues as well might need to be, you might need to leave the consequences of it behind you and move forward. It doesn't look like there's much victory there, and it doesn't look like it's worth your time to actually invest in it. It's best to actually work with investing your energy and effort into your actual work than worrying about what people say or whatever nasty circumstances you've been dealing with. Walk away from it and focus. You've got to change that focus. Take a risk, do something different with that Hanged Man, and there will be success at the end of it all. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments if it has. And thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.